So just like when we did exact values of trig, we had the problems where we just knew from the unit circle the trig values of an angle. Then we also had problems where we had to draw triangles to represent angles even though we didn't know the actual measure. So take a quick second to read what this paragraph says. So all this stuff about sine of A and cosine of B and the different angle measurements are all just giving us information about an angle so that we can find trig values. Our end goal is to find sine of A plus B. And if we use our formula, we know that sine of A plus B equals sine of A cosine of B plus cosine of A sine of B. So in order to find this summation, we have to be able to plug into this formula. Well, if you notice this information given to us, we already know what sine of A is. We know that's going to be 3/5. We already know what cosine of B is. There's negative 12/13. But we need to figure out how to find cosine of A, sine of B. Well, to do this the same way we did earlier this year, we have this information about A. We know angle A is between 0 and pi over 2. Well, that means angle A is in quadrant 1. So we can draw ourselves angle, quadrant 1. Here's angle A. We also know that sine is 3/5, so opposite over hypotenuse. We can label two sides of our triangle. Now we can just do Pythagorean theorem. And we find out the third side of this triangle is a 4. Well, now we can find any trig on this triangle we want. So we needed cosine of A. Well, now we can see cosine of A adjacent over hypotenuse will be 4/5. Same thing for B. So we have that pi is less than B, which is less than 3 pi over 2. That tells us we're in quadrant 3. So this is angle B. And we know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, negative 12/13. If we do Pythagorean theorem, we find out this third side has a length of 5. So sine of B, opposite over hypotenuse, would be 5/13. So now this is just a matter of multiplying and adding these fractions. So 3 times negative 12 is negative 36. 5 times 13 is 65, plus 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 13 is 65. And by nature with these equations, we will have a common denominator. So now I just put it together. Negative 36 plus 20 is negative 15 over 65. And that's our final answer. So we could follow the same process to find cosine of A plus B, tangent of A plus B, so forth. It's just a matter of drawing triangles using the formulas. So now on the last slide of the notes, try this process to find those different trig functions.